Beckham. That's a little off target. Now it's Messi. Spread it left. He has found the way through. Cantona. Looking to play him in. He's got away. Marquinhos can clear it away. And that was nowhere near his best. He's a sharp little ball here. He won't be happy with that one. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And we have our very first corner. Oh, good climb! Nearly, but not quite.
Cantona could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
Corner number 2 then. That's really well cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Roberto Carlos does really well to win the ball there. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that was very necessary. So, third corner of the game. Marquinhos is there, and he can get that clear. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. And now they can clear their lines. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's De Jong. Rijkaard charging forward, the ball at his feet. It's a promising position. He's found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Adriano. There's the shot! Well taken goal. Finally the breakthrough.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
He leaps for it against the crossbar. Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
So their fourth corner of the game. And that has been cleared. And this is Ronaldinho.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Neymar. Real chance! And that's a good finish. We thought they were done, but never say never. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, the keeper's clearly not happy, Peter. The least his defence could have done was go to the danger, and that was decidedly lacking.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic! Zlatan Ibrahimovic! Zlatan Ibrahimovic! Substitution for Milan, number 18, Neymar. Number 22, De Bruyne. Number 7, Beckham. Number 19, Messi.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Number 9,
So all
Shevchenko.
square with almost no
Number
time
16,
remaining.
Rodri.
Credit where it's due. This is
Number
great
15,
attitude. Now the
Conte.
only question is whether
Number
there's
10,
enough in the tank to
Batistuta.
grab another.
There will be 5 minutes added
Pass is
time.
just off target. 5 minutes to add. And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. And he's gone backward here. Milan have it back and can go again. Is there any support? He is having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Desperate defending required here. Roberto. And we're done. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Ibrahimovic claiming the man of the match award, and there
it's
is
ended
very
almost
little room
even
for
today.
argument.
A big round of applause to both sets
How do
of
you look
players
back on
who
the game
gave it
then,
their
Jim? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game
Paris
that the
Saint-Germain
passionate crowd demands.
against Milan.
I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs, but if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
That is a little undercooked. Foot in. Marquez charging forward, the ball at his feet. Off, takes a shot! You've got to be quick to recover this. Doué gets it away. Forwards and with intent. He's a sharp little ball here. And De Bruyne! Oh, denied brilliantly!
De Bruyne really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And the goalkeeper's brought a good palm to that. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. It's played through for him. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Messi. And he cuts out the supply. Now he's got space here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Fabian Ruiz. Doué. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. He'll try from distance! So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. And here's Neymar. Tries one from range! Nearly, but not quite.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Now it's Dembele. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. Vitinha is going to be disappointed with that. Beckham! Beckham! It's there!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
A horrible blip, a horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Paris.
That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Milan go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Children's announcement.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Kvaratskhelia, number 10.
Down to business again.
Coming on the field.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, easy pickings there. That's a good ball out wide. Beckham. Neymar. Messi. Picked out. He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, they could be caught out here. Great ball and he's in here. And it's Beckham. And Beckham! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Vitinha. Just eases him off the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get it through? And that was very necessary. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front foot. Batistuta! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here?
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, that is a good... It's Neymar! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And here's Batistuta. That's a... And the shot! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Nicely weighted ball. That's been slipped through. He is through here! And a chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Mbappe! It's a goal! They're back within reach! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Paris Saint-Germain may be down, but not out just yet. Messi, looking for options for movement. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Beckham. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch. And Batistuta! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Neymar claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Outside this stadium.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both. Big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. De Bruyne plays it short. Oh, it's come loose. And that's a throw-in. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Batistuta. Milan are looking to break at pace. Now it's De Bruyne. Silvestre. He has found the way through. Goes for goal! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allowed the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
And the counter is on. And here's Messi. De Bruyne! Too close for comfort. Oh, nicely intercepted. Milan have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Nicely aimed pass. And it's De Bruyne. Cruyff. And Cruyff! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well read. Nice interception. Can he get it through? Beckham, very much a man of this moment. Silvestre. That'll be a throw. Cannavaro. Looking here to chip it through. Brilliantly cut out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Now that's well seen too. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Messi. Oh, this looks sharp. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Showing good feet. Luis Suarez! Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! He just has something!
Well, who saw that coming? I honestly thought, Peter, that we had nothing to do apart from just counting the clock down as we approached half-time. It was majestic.
And that is indeed the final act. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Milan
And a quick
trailing
announcement
by
for
the
benefit
tightest of
anybody who
margins
has
at
found
half-time.
themselves a little lost today.
Well, let's
Please
not
look at
beat
the
about the
screen for
bush, Peter.
information
It's
on
been
how to find
fairly
your way
flat,
around
and the
this
support
stadium.
have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're off again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that looks a decent ball. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Luis Suarez. Suarez stood his ground strongly. Crossed it again. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Cannavaro. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. No, that's been intercepted. Ibrahimovic is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that is well cleared. And they're quick to get it back. Searching pass he's played there. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. De Bruyne. Now it's Messi. Ibrahimovic. Messi. Ibrahimovic. Shapes to shoot! And that's a tiny finish. There seemed no way back, but they are level. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal...
Chance for a shot! And that's a real chance missed.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
Substitution for Milan, number 22, De Bruyne. Number 7, Beckham. Number 19, Messi. Number 10,
They've played it short,
number 11,
and it's Belletti.
Ibrahimovic.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this,
Number
Peter.
14,
They'll have to maintain the energy and
Number
dynamism until the
15,
very end, though.
Conte. Number 20, Hazard. Number 24, El Hadj Diouf.
Aimed
Number
beyond the defence.
21, Fernando Torres.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Shot a goal! And that's definitely not his best.
Well,
There will
that
be
might
3
be that,
minutes
Peter.
added
Maybe
time.
both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Look at the space here. There's the shot! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Barcelona. And there goes the final whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Just a
Look,
quick
Peter,
announcement
a
is
strength
now
in any
time for our
team has to
special
be at
worry.
the heart of your
Please grab the
defence,
tickets you
and
were
I'm
given when
afraid
you
they
walk
were
in through the
found
gates.
wanting in that department.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
everybody,
Gorgeous,
and welcome
gorgeous
to today's
evening. The
match.
skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things already rolling. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's having a hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Passing is crisp and sharp. Threads one in. That has been knocked clear. And they're back on the ball again. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. There's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Forlan can get it clear. He's looking wide, hangs in across. And now a sudden chance to counter. Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Tries to pass it through. Silvestre. Forlan wants to run onto this. And straight back out. Tries a shot! He's delivered all right! And we have liftoff! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And this is Messi. And a chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
Referee's given a throw.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come. It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
5 minutes till the break. Rijkaard powering forward here. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's had a shot! Beckham gets into a good position. It's a decent clearance.
Added time.
Out towards the flank. And it's Beckham. And that signals the end of the first period. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Milan
And if you do have a
at
chance
half-time
today, please
on
take
the
some
wrong
time
end
out to
of
give your
a
support
1-0
to our
scoreline.
Better Stadium Fund.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intent.
Del Piero! And no mistake. And this is getting better and better. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Things starting. And Messi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now it's Messi. Xavi, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Takes the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Neymar is offering a right smile there.
Milan have their second corner now. That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Beckham. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
And the shot! Wonderful from Del Piero! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are disappearing out of sight.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Messi. De Bruyne. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace. And again, they're pressing
He
effectively.
can run onto that. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Neymar. And it's Messi. And here's De Bruyne. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Could be danger here. And he's heaved it away and smartly reclaimed. Messi shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? And here's Forlan. Messi, looking for options for movement. Oh, super find. And that's it. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're very much on the way now.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach.
It's Azar! It's bounced back off the post. Marquez gets it away. Now it's Messi. De Rossi cuts out the pass. He won't be happy with that one. Ibrahimovic. And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it shapes to shoot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Milan have their opponents right where they want them, and we've barely begun. De Bruyne tries to play it through. Messi! And he couldn't finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Messi. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Marquinhos picks it up out wide. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Batistuta. And Batistuta! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. Skillfully cut out. He is so adding. And he's straight offside. There could be trouble here. Marquinhos. Can he get on the end of this? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Gerrard. That pass has been well intercepted. Great ball if he can get there. And he's picked it up out wide. And that is well cleared. Marquez. And it's De Bruyne. And this is Neymar. Gerrard.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Cafu. For Olise. Cannavaro simply refused to be outdone there. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Neymar. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gerrard. But that has not gone well. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, he's got... Great chance! And that's in! Back to within one! Interesting! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Roberto Carlos. Marquez gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
There will be 20
Batistuta.
minutes added time.
Now it's Messi. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's put paid to the danger. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that is the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
And a quick announcement
Neither
today
side
that
holding back
memorabilia
here.
from
It has
today's
been
match
quite
is
a
now
half
on
this.
sale in
Well,
the
it's a
Stadium
lead
Hall.
that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Milan are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So let's get the ball rolling. Looking for options for movement. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Batistuta. Beckham, very much a man of this moment. Chance here to counter. And it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Stood up well to him there. Nicely weighted ball. Olise. He has found the way through. Corner number 2 then. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That is a brilliant interception. Milan are looking to go forward now. And he's worked it through. Tries one from range. Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hazard. Looking for the run. Great work on the overlap. Real chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. That has been knocked clear. And here's Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. He's in a good position. And Batistuta! And he's stuck it away. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
Well, the two
Ibrahimovic.
coaches are signalling changes
Number
here, both at the
14,
same time.
Hazard.
Oh,
Number
what a game we
18,
have on our hands
Olise.
here.
This is
Number
exactly the
9,
kind of contest you'd expect
Batistuta.
when you have so much
Number
class from both
23,
sides. The next
Gerrard.
goal is going to be so
Coming
significant.
on the field.
Ah, and that
Number
pass
10,
just didn't
Didier
quite work.
Drogba. Number 22, Stojkovic. Number 24,
And here's Messi.
Number 6,
Good
Filippo
running,
Inzaghi.
strong and purposeful.
Number 3,
Well,
Joshua
that is
Kimmich.
good. Super running,
Substitution.
sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Threads one in. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Shevchenko. No way he was going to let him past.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Cafu clears without hesitation. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Cafu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Messi picks it up out wide. And he's there to clear it. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's there to belt it away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And this is Drogba. Beckham. And it's Shevchenko. Rodri.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
They're avoiding the blatantly up.
Ibrahimovic! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Children's announcement. With the
So a game of... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here.
everybody, and welcome
Gorgeous,
to today's
gorgeous
match.
evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Shot, surely! First effort on goal.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Oh, that's well spotted. And that's gone loose. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new chance? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hazard is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Impressive jump! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Silvestre has a look and plays it forward. Pass somewhat off target. De Bruyne running with intent. Can he get on the end of this? De Bruyne showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. He's through here, and he's Ibrahimovic! And it's a goal! And there is your opener. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ibrahimovic takes a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Hazard. Oh, important interception. Deftly away. Roberto Carlos did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Half an hour played now. And he's quick to get rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Looking for options for movement. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. And this is Ibrahimovic. Cannavaro robs him of possession. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Gerrard stood his ground strongly. He's going for goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Gerrard probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And that's another good win of the ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Marquez. So what can they make of this? Played into space. Great ball if he can get there. And that should get the job done. And it's Beckham. That's a cute ball. Well read, nice interception. Marquinhos. Ibrahimovic. And he's
There
running
will be
through.
1 minute
That was
added
lovely,
time.
that.
Is there any... It's Ibrahimovic! And he nearly went all the way.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Milan finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan can really do with some big...
He's having a pop! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Thinks about the shot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. De Bruyne. De Bruyne making good progress on the right-hand side. And this is Hazard. Can he get it through? And it's been hooked away. Now it's Messi. And he's managed to get free. And the finish! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Hazard. De Bruyne. And that has found him in acres of space.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He has found the way through. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. He's picked his way through. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Ibrahimovic certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Tries to get it clear. Beckham with the cross. Towering header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Goes for the shot! Off the post! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
And he can clear it away. That'll be a throw. And he can thump it away. That has not gone well. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Threads one in. Maldini cuts out the pass. The message is clear, none shall pass. And he's heaved it away. Ball is over the line. Chance for a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
De Bruyne, and it's played in here.
Well played and well cleared. Milan truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both. Los Angeles can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Tries to pass it through. Can he spark a counter here?
Has been
And it's
indicated.
Messi. 2 minutes to be added on. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's quick to return it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cafu does really well. And we're done. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutral.